Hello everybody, Rokimakushin here, and welcome to the second draft that I'll be taking a part of for the next little bit. This is the Vortex Draft League. We're coming back to Vortex, and this is the low-tier draft. So, figured I'd go over the team that I'm going to be running for this draft, as well as the battle shortly after. So, there were a lot of picks in the draft that I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't see it, but that's a story that's going to be for another time. But I figured, I was looking at all the Pokemon, and I thought Umbreon would be the best first pick, because what can you really do to take down an Umbreon? I figured Umbreon was a very good, solid defensive Pokemon, and on the backswing, I got Sylveon. So, I got two fantastic Pokemon just right there. And then, so, very good defensive core of Dark Fairy. Not a lot can really take it down. There are some mons that, I'm going to be a little bit afraid of, but with Umbreon and Sylveon, that's going to be pretty good. And then my next pick was Houndoom. Now, I went for an early Terra pick with Houndoom, because I think Houndoom is a fantastic Pokemon, one of the strongest Pokemon that can Terra in this format. And I'm like, I need Houndoom early. Houndoom is also one of my favorite Pokemon as well. I absolutely love Houndoom. And so I figured, getting it early, only two Terra options. I can only pick two Terras for my Terra captains. Houndoom being one of them, and I went with Dark and Grass. Now, I could have picked any types. And there could have been probably some other types that I probably could have picked up instead of Dark, but I wanted Dark. For a few reasons that you'll be seeing throughout my games. And I figured Houndoom was going to be a fantastic pick, and then Scyther. This thing was underpointed to hell and back. This thing is 6 points. The max is 12. Scyther being 6 points, oh my god, that was a steal in my opinion. A very good speed tier, incredibly strong with that Technician boost. And just, it's most likely going to be able to sweep through so many teams in my opinion. The fact that it's 6 points is an absolute steal, in my opinion. Next up on the team, though, I wanted a good, reliable defogger. And so I went with Decidueye. Decidueye being a Pokemon not weak to rocks, is still grounded. So, if I have to defog away spikes, it's going to be a little bit of a problem. But I figured Decidueye would be a fantastic choice as a good, reliable defogger. Can also rapid spin block as well. And also, maybe just, if I feel like putting in a sweep in Decidueye 1 week, it can, come in, set up both either Sword Stance or Nasty Plot, so you're going to have to play around both of them. Or build around both of them. Has good priority in Shadow Sneak, reliable recovery in Roost, and is overall just, in my opinion, a fantastic Pokemon. And this thing, I feel as though it was overpointed at 9, but with all the things that I just said, I can kind of understand it. Next up, though, Tauros. This thing is going to absolutely wreck house. Sheer Force, Life Orb, Body Slam is so strong. And if I want to play a little bit more defensive, a little bit slower of a game, I can run Intimidate. Intimidate's a fantastic ability. And so, you can never go wrong with that. Now, still sick. Tauros doesn't have the best special attack, but with the Sheer Force Life Orb, throwing out special attacks still isn't too bad. So, they're going to have to play around that. And they might not expect that all that much because, Tauros has base 40 special attack. And I'm going to be throwing out, maybe a Fire Blast. That's going to hit hard. And Tauros actually does get a setup move in Workup. boosting both its attack and special attack. So, being able to make use of that is going to actually be incredibly good. Next up on the team is Rotom. Rotom, unfortunately, will not be here for long. I thought Rotom still had access to Defog. And so, like, I was like, oh, okay, you know, 11th Rotom could be, like, another Defogger if I don't want to bring the Decidueye one week. And so, like, you know, I thought Rotom would be fantastic in that choice. No. Rotom does not get Defog in Gen 9. So, oh well. Rotom will not be here for all that long, unfortunately. So, you know, we're just going to skip past Rotom for the most part. Next up, though, is my second Terra Captain in Dragonair. Now, since I was able to pick any types, I went with Normal and Water for Dragonair as my second Terra Captain. You know, just Terra Normal, Extreme Speed. Not too bad. Being able to set up Dragon Dances, also not too bad. Pretty decent bulk with the Eviolite. Marvel Scales also pretty good. I can maybe come in on like maybe come in on some status, absorb the status, get some extra bulk in that with the Eviolite. Dragonair's not really going to be able to go down all that hard. So, you know, I thought Dragonair was going to be a fantastic pickup and just a good one overall. Terra Normal Extreme Speed is going to be pretty fun to use. And I said this in the Paldea United Draft League team preview. Empoleon doesn't get Defog. All of my statements that I said in that video are kind of the same in this video, where it's like, you know, Empoleon, fantastic Pokemon, absolutely great, good defensive typing, great move pool, no Defog. Darn it. I'm in like old gen mindsets of like, you know, Empoleon did not have Roost back then, but it still had Defog and a great typing and Scald and like all this great stuff. But it didn't have reliable recovery. Now it has the reliable recovery, but it does not have Defog, so But, you know, Empoleon's still a fantastic Pokemon. I do have the reliable Defog in Decidueye. I might have the emergency Defog in Scyther. And we'll see what happens whenever I get rid of Rotom. So, you know, overall, like, Empoleon on this team is a lot better on this team than on my other team. But I might look into maybe getting rid of Empoleon. Not 100% sure, but I do like the fact that Empoleon is a very strong Steel type. Very defensive Steel type, Water type. Fantastic type combo. And so, like, you know, Empoleon might just stick around just because of that. And then my last pick for this was Palmot. I was looking at the board, what was left. I didn't have, like, a fighting type, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what, I could probably go with Palmot. This was around the time that I learned that Rotom didn't have Defog. And I was like, actually, no, I learned about the Rotom Defog after everything, because I would have been able to swap out Rotom at the time. But I figured, like, I just wanted, like, a very fast, very strong fighting type. I don't think I can use Revival Blessing with Palmot. I'm not going to anyway most of the time. Because Palmot is still super strong anyway. Very fast. And, like, super reliable in that regards. Good coverage moves, too. So Palmot itself is going to still be, you know, incredibly useful. But, you know, going into the week 1, we are going to be up against Tube. With the Feraligatr, Sandy Shocks, Hitmontop, Cincino, Sableye, Oricorio, Tauros Blaze, his Terra Elone Executor, Muck, and Magneton. Now the big thing is his Oricorio can be any of them. It's not that fire one right there. It can be any of them. Because if you draft them on, you get all of the forms. That is an underpointed Oricorio, in my opinion. Because it has so much unpredictability there. But, you know, I have I've took some time to like really try and think about like what would be best for this matchup, and I do have some good ideas, and so we'll see what happens going into the game. So, best of luck to my opponent Tube, and I hope that we all have a good battle, and like it doesn't end up like being all hacks filled or everything, or like just full of like bad RNG on one side, because that would be absolutely unfortunate. But we're going to be going into the battle here just shortly. Alrighty, and going into the battle today with Tube. Shall accept it. No for alligator. Okay. Yeah, no for alligator. That's kind of what I was expecting. He does have Sandy Shocks, though. He does have his Terror Captain. He does have Muck. I'm gonna switch these tabs. No Cincino either. Very, very strange. I can't say that I expected a lot of this. Alright, that's kind of the start that I expected him to start with Sandy Shocks. He might swap, maybe into Tauros. He could also just Volt Switch as well. I'm going to take a Volt Switch incredibly well. Yep, there's the Volt Switch. I take that super well. I'm expecting Tauros, maybe Muck. Did I put Flash Fire on you? Yes, I did. The Decidueye kind of just walls off Sandy Shocks. If it's special alone Executor, it might wall that. It is Tauros. Intimidate drop. Knock off the Choice Scarf. That is fantastic. He could go for a fire move. He could go for the fighting move. How much damage do I deal to the Tauros? Tauros Blaze. Not too bad. Close combat. That is about what I expected. Yeah, 37. Yeah, that is pretty much what I expected. And goodbye, Tauros. I'm expecting Muck to come in, since he now knows that I'm Scarf. At least, he should know that I'm Scarf. I don't know if that was picked up on the mic. But I'm not sure what that was. Wait, with the close combat drop, you expected to be able to outspeed, but with the close combat drop, Hyper Voice was an instant KO, so... You know, we love to see it. Yeah, I'm expecting Muck to come in. Hold on, what is his Terras on the Executor? Water and Fairy. So, I don't think Executor will come in. If it does, then he's gonna Terra it, but... Probably Terra Water. Maybe Magneton might come in. But Magneton... Yeah, I was about to say, Magneton I can just go into Decidueye. Light Screen? Neat. Knock off that Eviolite. Oh, Light Clay. Okay, never mind. This does remove screens, right? When the move is successful, and whether or not the target's evasion is affected, the effects of Light Screen reflect Aurora Veil Safeguard. Okay. So yeah, so this can remove the screens. So I'm gonna do that. I imagine he might swap maybe into... No? Okay, he's not swapping. He might Volt Switch. Yeah, I was about to say, he might Volt Switch here. But yeah, no screens for you. This might be Muck. Maybe Executor. Muck would be scarier. Umbreon's really my only swap in for Muck. Yeah, here's Muck. Let's see. He might Shadow Sneak. But the U-turn can still give me some damage. Interesting Magneton set, though. Double screens. Unfortunately, though, Defog just removes them. Do I want to go in the Umbreon, actually? It's probably going to knock off. Here's a good question. Muck. So I wouldn't have my Life Orb, most likely, so I'm going to remove the Life Orb. I can still do a good amount of damage with Tauros. It still hit me hard, though. I'd like to be able to get Sylveon in safely for his... Actually, no, Psyshock really doesn't do much. Dang. Thing's bulky. Yeah, there's the knockout that I was expecting. How much does a Foul Play do? A lot. 38. Okay, so yeah. Curse. Okay, so it's a curse set. Curse, Drain Punch. Unfortunately, my dude, I win this. Because I am Fizz Death Umbreon. Actually, ooh. I need a high roll here. I need a good roll here. I was not expecting a curse set, though, I will say. But foul play kind of beats curse, because you're still boosting your attack, so you're just kind of going to neutral still. Super lucky on that, though. And physically defensive Umbreon as well, able to take the Drain Punches just well enough. Probably Shadow Sneak as the last move. Oh, a swap, okay. Not too much of what I was expecting. Long Shot's free. Because Long Shot just walls this. Okay. I have not knocked off its item. Proto Speed, though. That means that if I want to outspeed it with Scyther, I do need to get up a Trailblaze. I'm expecting Magneton to come back in. Oh, the Decidueye and Magneton actually Speed Tie. Huh, that's actually kind of neat. Did we Speed Tie before? No, okay, I always outspatted, so... Maybe I'm just winning the Speed Ties always, so... This is a Speed Tie I'd love to lose, though. If it is a Speed Tie, anyway. I imagine that it is. There was another one. Ooh, it is a Speed Tie. Okay, that's great. Houndoom. He set up the sun. So I get the fire boosted attacks. I'm still technically a fire type with Flash Fire. But the sun, with the sun, like, you know, Houndoom's gonna hit super hard. But hold on. In the sun versus, let's say, a Lone Executor with the Terra Dark. Okay, so Terra Dark actually does a lot. Oh wait, hold on. The sun left. Okay, so yeah, Flamethrower just does so much damage with the sun up. Okay. He's water or fairy? I want to say he's fairy. But he could be water. I'm gonna Terra Dark here. Oh, there was no Terra. Okay. Shit. That's unfortunate. This thing's also a Curse Sweeper? What the hell? Well, that burn is really nice to have. Oh my god, he keeps harvesting the citrus berry. Good god. The flamethrower burn's really nice, though. Cripes. If he doesn't get harvest... Yeah, I was about to say, if he doesn't get the harvest proc, he's dead. I have no reason to click Destiny Bond right now, though, just because like I want to lower you into Sylveon range. I don't know, I think he got really greedy. I think he got a little too greedy. This thing's got a lot of special bulk. Sandy Shocks is the only thing that can come in to outspeed. I kind of take down everything else. Let's see, Sandy Shocks. Okay. Dang, Sandy Shocks has some really natural defenses. Okay. Muck. It's probably max special defense. Yeah. I could have Destiny Bonded there, dang. Oh well. Tauros or Scyther? This covers the Sableye swap in. Actually, this just hits everything but Sableye for super effective. Covering the Sableye swap. I don't want to get burned. Tauros is my win con right now. Without any curse boost, he cannot do a lot of damage to me. Poison Jab. No Synchronize, though. But the... the Wish Healing comes through, and Muck will most likely go down here. With Muck down, though, the CGY just kind of sits on everything. So I did not have Shadow Sneak, okay. That's right, yeah, he didn't have a stab move revealed yet. Sandy Shocks. That's a crit. My god. Yeah, Magneton's gonna come in. I could just roost on the Magneton, though. Or Sableye could come in. I actually want you to click a prankster move here. I want to get in... Yeah, I was about to say. Unfortunate, but... I was about to say, that's not a swap in. That is not a safe swap. Okay, Decidueye hard walls the Sandy Shocks. That crit did not matter. Good game to tube, though. He played the best that he could, losing Tauros early due to the Scarf Sylveon unfortunately wrecked him. Because then, like, you know, he really could not handle a lot of my threats without the Tauros. Getting the Choice Scarf knocked off on the Tauros as well. And I got greedy on the Executor. Should have Synthesis instead of Cursing that one turn. Yeah, I was just trying to keep you in Sylveon range. Yeah, very good, very well played to Tube though. He played he played as the best that he could. It's just the unfortunate misplays that he made and getting unfortunately caught off guard by the Choice Scarf Sylveon. Which, you know, was the entire point of the set. Yeah, that was a really good battle. 5-0 win. Honestly, kind of shocked about that, looking at the matchup. I was honestly expecting if I did win, would be like maybe a 2, maybe a 1-0, but... Oh well. Still a really good battle. I had to play that the best that I could. Yeah. Hope that you all enjoyed that battle, and I hope to see you all next week, and I hope that you all have a fantastic day.